You crazy kids remember The Witcher? What a game, what a concept. It had good story, good characters. The Witcher had actually done a lot for the RPG genre. It was originally created by CD Projekt Red. There's a company name that's oddly specific. It brought to life a brilliant book series by the Polish writer Andrzej Sapkowski. As you can see, I can't pronounce anything, so get ready for great quotes like Mali. Piecing together these short stories, Projekt Red brought this brutal, harsh world to life in the original Witcher game, released at the end of 2007. That's actually a year after The Elder Scrolls Oblivion came out, for those of you who remember the adoring fan. I tried to kill him too. Fucking piece of shit.
It's the grand champion!
As time moved forward, there was a demand for more Witcher games that were better executed through improved gameplay, graphics, sound, and overall design. The Witcher 2 came out, and we had these god-tier cinematics, memorable characters, top-quality voice acting, kind of bad gameplay compared to other titles, but still better than the left-click machine, Skyrim. I love Elder Scrolls, but you can't deny its melee combat is pretty bland. Projekt Red had really moved forward here, hitting the right spots, and honestly, it was a good game. I even did a playthrough, how neat. Then finally, we had the release of Witcher 3: The Wild Hunt, pushing the RPG genre forward like I previously mentioned, with its fucking amazing cinematics, super good music, massive immersive world. The sound design in that game, man, just blows you away. The sound of the trees in the wind, I don't know why I like that specific thing so much, but dude, it was just so fucking good. Not to mention the brilliant step forward for the gameplay as well. The game itself opens simply. While searching for someone, you encounter a dangerous beast known as a griffin. As a Witcher, you decide to kill the beast because that's sort of your job. You help protect the town, and of course you make some money. To learn more, you speak with some of the locals, only to encounter by chance a man playing something called Gwent. And this is when the real game begins, boys. Fuck all of that hunting and Witcher bullshit. We out here collecting cards, creating decks, betting all your florins, and making mad bank while you do it. Gwent itself is super simple. To win, you just need to have more power than the opponent. It's a best of 3, so you need to win 2 rounds while having more power at the end of the round. You're given some basic cards to start with, and then given the task of beating the world's best Gwent players, and so you go out and find other players to beat, staking their cards for you to win. And eventually, you end up with a nice collection of cards from random merchants that you may have bought cards from, various innkeepers or players that you bested to take their best prized cards, and just traveling the world. In game, you actually had 4 factions: the Northern Realms, Nilfgaard, Monsters, and the Scoia'tael, aka the humans, the French humans, monsters, and the bloody elves. The problem with Gwent in game is that it was far from balanced. You used to be able to play various cards in combination with another in ways that were obviously broken and unfair. Every opponent you faced was AI, so there wasn't much the mind games element, and honestly, it was more of a playground for Projekt Red to have some fun with their own card game and try weird things and not really worry about making it fair and balanced, which led to some pretty cool and fun ideas, but you could kinda just stomp everyone if you wanted to. Now, what Projekt Red probably didn't expect was the population of their player base to fucking love this card game. The core concept was fucking good and fun, and its problems just didn't matter in comparison to how much fun they were having. I've seen countless tweets and posts about how they barely played the real game in comparison to how much they played Gwent. So what did they do? I'm finally gonna say it. They made Gwent the Witcher card game. This genius fun idea did need a lot of work and love to bring it into the online world to make it balanced and make it viable, but boy oh boy, did they. Check out the new visuals, probably my favorite thing so far. We have a complete overhaul of the board, looking much slicker, all the animations, the card art, the style has been much improved, and the simple design of the rounds where you piece together a crown to showcase your points or when you've won, I love it. Now, they've even brought back the lovely bastard who made the original soundtrack, and goddamn, it goes so well with Gwent. We've got a new faction, Skellige, aka the Vikings, and Nilfgaard is on its way into the beta but isn't there yet. We've started with over 200 cards in game so far, and they have promised to add a lot more during the duration of the beta, and I must say though, 200 is a good number to begin with. You do start the game with some basic decks and cards, gifted the one and only Geralt as a legendary to use for playing in the beta, and then you're pushed out into the world of Gwent. As you play more, you're going to unlock various ways to unlock new cards, and of course, if you don't want to wait or earn it, you can indeed buy packs. I guess we're all expecting that. The shop is actually pretty fun itself. You have a humorous troll to enjoy while you open up your barrels of cards.
Ahoy, hoy, human friend!
And and you're given a choice to pick one of 3 special cards at the end of every card opening, which is a really nice feature. It actually means there's less RNG in what you're going to get in a card pack because you can pick the thing you want the most. So far the game is in its early stages, and there isn't a widely agreed upon meta, so everyone is testing and trying whatever they can, and it's hard to say where the game is going to be in a few months, more so when we know they're going to be adding a lot to it during that time. But now let's do it. Let's compare it to Hearthstone. Hearthstone, in essence, is a very fun, very polished, and well-made game. It has great characters from a world filled with awesome lore, has good humor and good design. With all of its expansions, it now has a big roster of cards as well. Yet with all of that and its big roster of cards that I just said, it doesn't actually have that much variety. At the higher levels of play, you're going to see the same 3 or 4 decks that you play the same as they always have been. A new expansion might come around, but these old 4 decks just get a new card in there. And to get that new card, it costs you an arm and a leg. These expansions are far from cheap. Now, I loved Hearthstone, and I still think of it in a positive light, but I stopped playing it a little bit ago because I felt that you either had to put in too much time or too much money to stay relevant. And then the relevant decks were generally the same and not that fun to play because there was so much RNG and luck involved instead of skill. I got legendary rank enough times to be aware of how simple the card game itself actually was, and overall it wasn't rewarding to someone who was very good at a card game. If you just look at the esports scene of Hearthstone, you can see how fucking often people win based on pure luck. And sometimes when you're playing the game for lengthy periods of time and you're trying to rank up and you lose because of some unlucky bullshit, it's kind of infuriating. Then you have Gwent, which is pushing forward with more complex mechanics and therefore more possibility in what you can play and what's actually going to be viable. But is Gwent perfect? Is it going to be filled with RNG or skill? Will it be the first card game to push past the monster that is Hearthstone? These are things I just don't know yet. What I do know is that it's going to be the first card game that comes close to it, and I'd recommend you try it if you can. Thanks for listening, and I hope I could give you some insight on Gwent. I'll be playing the game plenty and will very likely make more videos, and of course stream it. You can check out my Twitch, which is linked in the description of every video if you wanna. Otherwise, thank you again, and I will see you next time.